Welcome to HortTube. My name is Jim Putnam. In this video, I'm going to answer a question I got the other day about what is my favorite late summer flowering shrub, and it's definitely Clethra Alnifolia, which is a native. Some people call it Summersweet, some people call it sweet pepper bush. Summersweet is typically the name that I have most heard used for this plant. But Clethra is native from Maine down to Florida and over to Texas, so a big wide area in which this plant will actually grow. Bees absolutely go crazy for this plant, and lots of pollinators on it, just pretty much non-stop. During the summer, it's a very long bloomed plant. There are lots of varieties. I have a video on my channel for Ruby Spice Clethra. I've got a video on my channel for 16 candles. I planted a 16 candles at the old house. It's a little white variety that stays pretty compact. It has a very upright growth habit. Some of the video you're seeing now are some pink varieties, which, Ruby Spice is one, and there's one called Rosia, and one called Pink Spires. The white one that you're looking at in this video is actually hummingbird that I'm showing you right now. These are just fantastic native shrubs, and like I said, they've been hybridized and picked for different heavier flowering, longer flowering, more upright habits. The plants that you're seeing in this video are clustered together in a neighbor's yard. They have 3 pink ones, and I don't believe it's Ruby Spice. It's not quite dark enough pink, and some white ones, and I believe the 2 white ones are actually hummingbird. You will not believe how fragrant these plants are with 5 plants clustered together like this. You can smell them across the road as you're walking by. It's really, really amazing, sweet fragrance. Again, the pollinators go crazy for them. The native one will probably get somewhere in the 4 to 6 foot range, maybe as much as 8 feet in height, but there are very upright varieties, as you can see with the pink ones that I'm showing you, and then there's more spreading types like hummingbird. These are going to be super, super cold hardy. They get beautiful fall color, and I don't want to overstate the color too much. It's not a plant that I'm putting in my yard for the fall color specifically, but it'll get a nice yellowish, most of the varieties get a nice yellowish fall color if they don't get too burned out. I think the fall color is probably going to be better in cooler areas than it is in the south. They get a little bit crispy during the summer here. You're going to see full sun or part shade on them. I think the further north you are, the more sun they'll take. As you get into the southeast, I think you need to put them in part shade conditions is ideal. I put that 16 candles that I had at the old house in an area that was getting tons of sun until about noon, and then it was in the shade in the afternoon. It was absolutely perfect. Summersweet falls into the category of things that bloom on new wood, and so they actually get pruned in the late winter or early spring. They can be fertilized at the exact same time. This is an interesting thing because they're actually native to boggy, wet areas, especially like in eastern North Carolina. They grow in sandy soils, but kind of poorly draining sandy soils. But up here in my clay soils in central North Carolina where I'm at, I actually have to mound the things up a little bit, but I do have to keep an eye on the watering during the summer. I've had them get very crispy by underwatering them. So it is a plant that's going to need to be regularly watered, but not particularly fond of sitting in that clay soil. So again, in clay, I'm raising them up a little bit, but I am giving them some additional water during the summer. Otherwise, every leaf just gets kind of crispy. But this is just absolutely one of my favorite plants because there's just very few things by the time July and August roll around that are still going to offer you color and still going to have the number of pollinators on a woody shrub. So it's a perennial. It's going to come back every year and be hardy for most of the people that are actually watching my channel. So again, this is Clethra Alnifolia, native shrub, blooms in the late summer. Great for pollinators. Thanks for watching.